Hello, dear friends. Welcome to the brand new episode of Suman versus Human. Today's episode is going to be a very special episode because we are starting the year and Happy New Year to you all. I hope things went well for you in 2023, and I'm sure that you're going to make 2024 a great year ahead. So, on this special New Year episode, I have a very special guest on the show. She is Madhu Bala Sharma from Delhi. Madhu Bala Sharma is Communities Leader, Diversity, Equity and Inclusion at Amazon, Asia Pacific and Middle East. Let's welcome Madhu Bala Sharma. Madhu Bala, welcome to Suman vs. Human.
Thank you so much, and hello to all those who are listening in, and a very, very happy new year.
So Madhubala ji, you are an interesting personality because you are versatile and you are a very fascinating personality because what grabbed my attention is your passion for acting. So I would like to start the show with this topic. You tell me, how did you develop the passion for acting?
See, look at my name. It's natural. When Madhubala passed away, I came to this world. Maybe who knows? I'm reincarnation of Madhubala.
Yes. Oh my God. And that's true. You are so beautiful.
Yeah, I've heard that.
So I am sure that your father might be a great fan of Madhubala.
That's true.
Yeah, I would like to tell my listeners that Madhubala is a great Indian film actress. She acts in Hindi and also in other languages too.
Yeah, so when I was one, of course, I love playing with my voice and I love mimicry.
Wow.
So when I was in school, in fact, before I joined the mainstream school, I went to National Association for the Blind in Delhi, and we used to practice theater. Our teachers there would teach us how to act. And my first ever play, I still have vivid memories of that, was Madhu Ka Sapna in Hindi. That's Madhu Ka Sapna means
Oh, even the
Madhu's
play name is
dream.
Madhu.
Yeah.
Wow.
So um, I would remember all the dialogues, and I would also help all the my peers with
Hmm.
their dialogues. I would do prompting, and I loved it so much. In fact, I did so well. That's why they decided to name the play only after me. So
Oh, wow.
that's how the journey started, and it continued in the sense, of course, I've had a professional career, and in childhood I would do mimicry of various personalities, celebrities, and then I did a couple of quite a few plays when I was in school. Then when I grew up, I got in college as well, a few here plays here and there, and then one play I had done in the with mainstream theater as well. And then
Wow.
after that, some time back, I also was the in an ad commercial. Basically, the Savlon Braille ad. Savlon had come up with their Braille packaging.
अगर चोट आसानी से लगे तो मदद भी आसानी से मिलनी चाहिए। इसलिए अब से सैवलॉन की बोतल आती है नेत्रहीन सहायक ब्रेल मार्किंग के साथ।
So I was the face of Savlon. That's where a little bit of my acting passion got pursued. Where I got to show that I had no cut on my finger, but yeah, still I had a cut.
Don't tell me that you made that cut, desperately for this Savlon art.
And no, of course they would put tomato ketchup.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this goes on throughout. Like, I have multiple personalities. I am the younger sister to my son. My son is 16 years old, and
Wow.
I am his younger sister. So once when he was little, he wanted a sibling. And then that's when I decided to bring my
So
theater.
that's a great opportunity for you to stay young.
Yes, totally. And my son loves his little sister more than me. So
Tell me, Madhuji, why didn't you take up this acting seriously and why didn't you become a professional actor?
why not? Well, quite honestly, I tried. I did not try a lot, but I just went with the flow. When I graduated, I got an opportunity to work, and I started working and been a corporate woman ever since I started working. And if given an opportunity, if a chance, if not corporate, then of course it'll be Bollywood. That's second. So yeah, if anyone's tuned in, you're looking for a face for your next movie, feel free to reach out.
So, direct movies.
Yeah, why not?
Wow, fantastic, fantastic, awesome. I'm sure, I'm
Yeah.
sure, I'm sure I'll be seeing you on screen soon.
Yes, totally. And then the other thing, is I think it's a great opportunity to bust some myths as well. A lot of times in the movies or in the television serials, or mostly in the mainstream media, if I can put it that way,
Hmm.
there are very few disability actors,
Yes.
or actresses who have a
You
disability.
can count them on one
There,
hand.
yes, totally. And
Hmm.
people would love to have showcase disability, but not roles. Those roles are also not done by people with disability.
Unfortunately, the roles are done by superstars and they are performed very badly.
Yeah. In fact, there was one movie that was there on the box office, Margarita with a straw. And
Ah,
I really
yes.
wanted to act in that movie. There was an opportunity. In fact, I got very close to it, but I remained only so close that the person who acted blind had come to observe me, and I shared some tips with her. Trained, so one trains people to be blind.
No, it's quite interesting. Tell me, how did you miss that opportunity?
I did not miss it. I wasn't given the opportunity. Simple.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that blind girl was trained by you.
Yes, I got special credits for sure. My name was there in the special credits
Wow.
that I got to know. But yeah, not the role.
I expect an honest answer here. Okay.
Hmm.
You trained a normal girl to act as a blind girl, right? So tell me, how good was she on the screen as a blind girl?
That is something that only those who have seen her can tell me, quite
Hmm.
honestly. But I would still feel it's hard. I don't think when you're non-blind, it's hard to be blind. It's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's a personality. It's a part of you. It's a part of you. You've learned to live that way.
Yes.
Suddenly, how you're touching the wall, walking along, how you're looking at your watch, how you use the Braille watch or the Apple Watch, how you're listening to the phone closer to your ear.
Yes.
They may be able
Yes.
to copy all those things, but how naturally it is happening is something that I am not quite sure of.
You encountered with her, you trained her and stuff like that. Right now, you tell me, how is the Bollywood, how friendly is Bollywood with the people with disability in case if the opportunity is given? How accessible is Bollywood?
Um, Look, as we say, nothing about us without us.
Hmm.
When we get into it is when we can make things happen as well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so when I was doing this when I was doing this Savlon ad, I remember the camera folks, they were like, I this you are so you're so camera friendly, and it's so easy for us to work with you.
Yes,
Otherwise,
yes.
some people are camera shy, and how you would not find me posing camera towards you is totally non-threatening, and you're comfortable with it. So they loved it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's an plus plus.
yeah, totally. So we can find those pluses and work with those pluses. And if there are challenges, we can help and guide with those difficulties, and find solutions with
Mm,
it as well. But the challenge is there is lack of openness, in the
mm,
sense people would think that, oh no, because she's disabled, because this person is disabled, they may not be able to, or they will not be able to do this. And what if they get hurt in the process? What if this happens? What if that happens? Uh, they're unable to give us that free hand, that space to experiment.
mm, mm.
That becomes a challenge.
And we don't need sympathy.
Totally. Sympathy?
And I feel sympathy factor is the biggest thing which is stopping us to go into films.
Yeah. And the other thing that the film industry needs to do well is also evolve their presentation of disability, even in the
Yes.
mainstream. How, like, for example,
We are always beggars in the films. And that was the character what I played in my first film.
did you collect
See,
any money?
I told my director, I'm a music composer, I can play guitar. So he said, good. He called up assistant director. He said, iske haath mein guitar de do. You give him a guitar and let him sit under the tree and beg. That was my first shot in the
Wow.
film Nandanavanam 120 kilometers, a Telugu film.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you manage to collect any money in the process?
The funniest
Passers
part
by.
is that hero, he put 50 rupees in the bowl and he asked me to eat
Yeah.
biryani. The question is, where would I get biryani for 50 rupees in India?
Oh, that's not done. You should have played the guitar for some more time to collect more.
Nice.
So, other than, and so that is one, like professional, what professions, there's a typical perception that these are the professions or these are the things that people with disabilities, XYZ disabilities can do. Then how we live our lives also.
Mm,
Braille is something that we use, but not every single person, everyone who's blind uses Braille. And now technology has evolved so much.
yes.
So that presentation also can be improved, and that then will go a long way to
Mm,
tell people that life with disability is possible, that this is what we can do with, and these are the immense possibilities in life,
yes.
period.
Yes. Yes. See, basically, there is one more sigma in film industry because I heard it myself. I heard it from various film experts that they feel that we people with disabilities are not glamorous, but it's wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. What do you say?
Yeah, totally. In uh, in fact, people think that, yeah, we may not be glamorous, we may not be able to dance. Yes, it'll take a little bit of effort to train us, because if I haven't seen how dancing is happening, I haven't, but you train me, I can. And we have full style, okay?
100%. So it is clear now that Madhuji, you are so passionate about acting. I can make out. Now tell me about your childhood. The moment you came onto this planet, it would have been big surprise to your parents
Mhm.
because they never expected a blind child, right? Those days, I'm pretty sure that ultrasound was not so evolved. So how
Mhm.
did they reacted when you actually born blind?
So first thing when I was born, what happened when I was born, I was like, and then, okay,
Wow!
congratulations,
Come on,
daughter
was
is
that
born.
you?
Yeah.
One more time. Wow!
So,
Wow!
so when I was born, I am actually the second girl child. I have an elder sister, and she is totally blind as well. So my mom, when my sister was born, they did not know that she cannot see for the first 3 months.
Hmm.
And then later, they observed, and then they took her to the doctor, and finally they knew that, she cannot see and what the problem is. They went to best of doctors. everywhere, wherever, they ran from pillar to post. And then when I came, immediately my mom knew that I can't see. Looking at the way my eyes were moving, so she knew that I can't see as well. And it was a big shock for them. Um, Imagine one child, one girl they already had, and then another girl. So this is like a double whammy, two girls,
Yes.
girl first and then blind girls.
Yes.
So it
Yes.
was a little, they were shocked, but the way they have handled the situation, I think whatever we are able to do is totally 100% credit to them,
Yes.
because the best thing they did was not giving up and giving in. They did
Yeah.
not give up on us, and they did not give in to any situation and think that, okay, there is no hope. So they sent us for they educated us well. They invested in our education, and then we have a younger brother as well. My younger brother is sighted. um they did not differentiate between us. So if I were to get a scolding for something, I got it, you know
Yeah. You
and
were always treated equally, right?
yes, and I was the naughty one, so
लगता है दिखता है वो actually, it appears to be naughty.
yeah, the upbringing was so good that they did not limit me and they did not stop me. When Didi, my sister, in Hindi we call her the elder one Didi, So
Yes.
when with Didi they were very caring and protective. Of course, because she was the first child and they did not know how to handle or deal with the disability. But then when I came, after a point, they were like, "Kitna karenge? How much?" That actually made me very independent. So I did everything under the sun that was possible, running away from the house, getting on my own, going to the neighbor's house, hiding under the bed, um, creating a mess out of things. So I've done everything, and my parents were absolutely comfortable with that, and sent us to the got our schooling done, gave us the right environment to grow, and took us everywhere. They were not shy of us.
That's a great thing. Tell me, those days, I'm pretty sure that blind centric or
Regular school.
blind dedicated schools were not so common, right?
Yeah, or either there was exclusive education, or no education. The integrated system of education was rare.
Yes.
And I was fortunate to go through integrated system of education. So I studied through National Association for the Blind, Delhi. And that
Okay.
was the first of its kind school where they actually approached the nearby regular mainstream schools and got us admission into the mainstream schools. So my day used to be very long at school. First initial part of the school in the morning, I would go to a mainstream school. And then after that, I would go to National Association for the Blind Delhi to complete my homework, to get extra support, to understand math concepts, to
To
understand
learn Braille.
geometry. Yeah, Braille I had learned even before I started the mainstream
Oh, okay.
education. Yeah, but completing homework, like, understanding geography concepts, looking at maps, tactile maps, all of that was not available in the mainstream school. So, morning mainstream school, I went to two schools. Initial part was in Faith Academy, and then I went to Delhi Public School, RK. So, mornings there, and then evenings at NAB. That's how I did my schooling.
How did your friends treated you, the mainstream, in the school?
So, one good thing is that because on the extroversion introversion scale, I'm a bit towards extroversion.
I know.
And I do not hesitate to reach out to people. So eh, people would usually do not. So initially they may think that I have a disability, but then as we go along, they don't even remember that I have a disability. So that's a level of comfort that I have been able to get so far. and I was able to get in school. Um, Nonetheless, children are naughty, and there there were people, there were kids who would make fun of me as well. There were times when I did feel lonely as well. um there were kids who would remark and say, iska bhi koi boyfriend hoga kya, will she have a boyfriend
वो
because
जमाने
she's
में
blind?
that generation.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember when I was in grade 7, I heard people, boys sitting and at the back benches and
Ah,
making that comment. So
Madhubala.
yes.
Cool, fantastic. So Madhubala, tell me,
Mhm.
what was your ambition when you were in the school?
When I was in school, my initially I thought I'll be a doctor. And
Mm.
I don't know why, but maybe it was like the, children's thing. And then,
Yes.
as you know, as children, it keeps changing. Then, I really liked the sound of high heels and that, that sound and the thought that, okay, teachers wear a sari. So then I was like, I want to, and I did not know English that well. I've learned English with a lot of effort. So I would think I would take my mom's, dupatta, and then I would wrap it around like a sari, and wear her footwear, and just even if the footwear did not make any sound, I'd purposefully make a sound, tuck, 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 tuck,
Okay.
and pretend to be a teacher. And that actually that dream became true. I wanted to be an English teacher, so when I graduated and I worked as a software tester for Jaws for some time. After that, I joined a company, IBM Dark Now Concentrics, as a voice and accent trainer. So imagine where from start I did not know English to
Yes.
teaching people how to speak in English, how to speak in the correct accent, so customers abroad can understand you. So I did that role for about a year and a half, where I trained customer care executives on soft skills, on communication skills, on accent correction, how to be active and empathetic listeners. So I did that for my initial part of my career.
Who are your students? Are they blind or normal?
No, no, regular student, everyone who joins a call center, a customer care associate, as a customer care associate role, they undergo an intensive voice and accent and soft skills training. So
Yes.
mostly these folks used to be fresh out of college, and
Or
most of them their first job.
serious students.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes,
Now my
yes.
question is, when you are teaching those mainstream students, okay,
Mhm.
I'm sure you would have gone through challenges.
Yeah.
Explain.
As they say, once a trainer, always a trainer. I've, I've done soft skills training for a year and a half, and then I got into leadership development. So I spent close to 16 and a half years at Concentrics doing leadership development, diversity and inclusion workshops, and I still do whenever I have an opportunity to. Um, and challenges are like initially the challenges were maintaining the decorum of the class, and like you said, mischievous. uh,
Yes.
at that point in time, people want to have relationships as well, that
Yes.
they would like to sit at the back of the class and
Yes.
um, be disengaged or just walk out. And honestly, the mindset that I worked with and I work with is that if I have 20 people in my session, in my class, then I have 20 pairs of working eyes,
Wow. 40 eyes.
40 eyes. And these 40 eyes are my eyes. And
Yes.
then when I share this perspective with them, I empower them and tell them that the ball is in your court. And maintaining the decorum and the discipline is your responsibility. Maximizing the learning out of this interaction is also your responsibility. I'm not gaining anything out of it. That actually helps a lot. When you empower, enable people, when you give them the ownership, That works in my benefit. The other thing is, on a lighter note, at that point in time there used to be these bar phones. Now we have touch
Yes.
phones, but with this bar
Yes.
phones, that
Yes.
if
Yes.
somebody is messaging, I would know right then. So I'd just go
So
stand next to
smart.
them. Initially, I wouldn't say anything, and then I said, "Could you put the phone away, please?" And that's it.
This teacher might be acting. She is not
Yeah.
blind. We know that she is so passionate about acting, but no, somewhere I feel that she can see.
She's acting.
She is acting.
This is a joke between Dinesh and I, my husband and I.
Huh.
And when we go out for walks, so Dinesh is totally blind as well. So in our whenever we go out for a walk, I keep my sense of hearing is pretty good. So and I'm able to hear things using the echolocation, like when I'm walking. So I'm able to feel that there is a car ahead of me or something, some barrier. So even before his stick hits it, I'm able to stop. And then he says, you tell a lie, you are acting, you can see. So not just non-disabled, it's a joke between us as well.
So, are you real blind?
I, I can show you the certificate.
In India, it's very easy to get a disabled certificate.
Yeah, that's true.
So, again, are you seriously blind?
No, I'm happily blind.
Wow. See, today we have amazing technology. We have screen readers, we have inexpensive computers, we have smartphone, whatnot. We have everything. Those days, when you were going to school, you have to carry a tape recorder. You have to
Yes.
record classes, play back, listen, and sometimes it becomes a big problem to find scribers. Okay, even now it is a big problem. How do you feel when you are going through all those unsolvable problems?
Yeah. It's difficult. I mean, one, of course, I feel that there are solutions for everything, and it used to be hard. I remember when I was much young, when I was in school, I used to not just tape all the books, but also write in Braille, you know, and teachers would dictate, they would write on the board. It used to become so hard to write, and my little finger was constantly scarred because of writing in Braille.
Yeah.
So it used to be very, very painful. And sometimes I used to miss out on my notes as well, and then get back to and take somebody's notebook, ask my teachers at NAB to dictate, or sometimes take my parents' support. So it used to be very difficult, and I feel that now the world is changing, and like you said, because of technology, things have improved so much that I do feel that we have quite a bit of our sight back. Um, but I feel that with a mindset of understanding, with an open mindset, a lot of the challenges can be solved as well. The naysayers, you can't do this, you can't do that, becomes more challenging than writing books in Braille. Yes, there have been lots of challenges. Another, when I say this, I'm reminded of, I couldn't do psychology. I wanted to study psychology when I was in college. But I had to take up English literature, which was my next best option. And that again was because of the naysayers, where the school authorities felt that I will not be able to do the practicals because I'm blind. And so they said that they can't offer me psychology. So I had to settle on English. I did that. Even then, books were not that easy to obtain. There were times when I got my novels, recorded right before my exam. So when am I supposed to read them? But even that challenge now, thankfully, with books on Audible, on Kindle, on Bookshare, that availability has also, improved in a big way.
Yes.
The other challenge is that one is solving for and easily able to manage things is because of the smart technology. Like, for example, a weighing scale. Disability comes with expenses.
Yes, yes.
So, if a talking weighing scale is expensive, now what we are doing is we got a smart weighing scale, which was a little less expensive, and you connect it with the app, and then you can use it with your screen reader on the phone. Similarly, I'm using now my washing machine as well
Mm.
with the smart functionality, smart
Yeah,
technology,
connected
with
washing
the
machine,
Wi-Fi, and then used
IoT
with
and
the app.
stuff like that. Yeah.
So that's that. But yeah, challenges definitely. But finding solutions and being optimistic, first crying, wiping off the tears, and then getting along is what I've been doing. I'm also reminded of this one very funny challenge that I faced. When I started working, I had to open a bank account.
Hmm.
And I was told that they won't give me a checkbook, they won't give me a card because I'm blind and
You are
because my
lucky.
signatures
You
won't
are
match.
lucky. At least they were in the position to give you a bank account, because the moment when I entered Axis Bank, then back then that
Yeah.
was UTI. Okay, so Union some trust India
Hmm.
something. Axis Bank was UTI those
Hmm.
days. I was
Hmm.
rejected to opening a bank account. I was sent back
Oh.
because I'm blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they would say, somebody else can withdraw for you. So those challenges pain. But the
Hmm.
thing is, we've got to pick up the, battles and fight it and open doors for others. That's
Yes.
the mindset that I've been trying to work with. And hopefully, we are able to open doors for many like us.
And Madhubala, you know what? It shows your dedication, determination, and hardworking nature, because you have reached the pinnacle working with Amazon. That too, heading such a big, responsible position in Amazon is not that easy. Even today, getting jobs for people with disability are not easy in this country, in India. That itself shows that the kind of hard work you have done, how challenging it was. Tell me your career journey.
First of all, thank you so much. I mean, I'm just working. That's it. I'm just trying. I'm just putting in my efforts. That's all I'm trying to do. My career journey, I started. Uh, I think I started working when I was little. That thing to do something has been there since the start.
Hmm.
Um, I used to sell bookmarks, calendars as a little girl, like that. I'd keep the bookmarks in my hand, and I'd go to people's places, and they'd say, beta, what's this in your hand? I'd say, do you read books? This is a bookmark. You can take it, and just do my sale.
Wow.
Um, and then, I sold cosmetics. I sold Oriflame cosmetics, that's lipstick, shampoos, stuff like that.
Hmm.
I used to carry all of that to my college, take orders, and get it back
I'm
for
pretty
people.
sure you must be a great saleswoman.
I didn't really need to do much. just just encourage people to look at things and buy. Yeah, people did ask me that question. How do you're blind, you don't know the shade of nail paint and lipsticks. How can you sell this? And
Hmm.
I would just say that, well, those who are buying it, they know what they want. I'm just putting the options out there for them.
Hmm.
I don't need to sell a particular shade.
Yeah.
And that's how I did it.
When you talk about women, though you show them 100 shades, no, they pick up 100 and they only buy one. Such a boring experience going out with a woman to shopping.
Okay, well, well,
I'm
well.
sorry.
You know who you're saying this to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did that, and then I started off my professional journey with GECIS, GE Capital International Services. I That was also a very interesting experience. This happened through National Association for the Blind,
Hmm.
where this person, Anubhuti
Yes, yes, I
Bhattacharya.
remember. I remember. Because she also gave me
Yeah.
one opportunity.
All right. So Anubhuti was at that point in time with the GE, and she was doing an experiment of bringing in blind low vision people on the trainer profile. And I applied, and out of the 20 they interviewed, they selected two, and one other gentleman and I, and they put us through rigorous training. And that time I was in college, and then they did a test, and the best thing was I scored in that test maximum.
Wow.
This was with non-disabled trainers. So I scored maximum, and then I secured that contractual job for me. So when I was in final year of college, I worked with GE as a part-timer, where I used to take interviews of people.
Wow.
So that was like an interesting start. From there, doing that kind of role, 40 rupees per
May I
interview.
ask you one question here,
Yes, please.
if you don't mind?
No, please tell me.
You were a blind HR, right? So you were taking interviews to the walking in candidate. How do you evaluate their body language?
What I would say is body language, there is a strong connect between body and mind. And through your tone, like for example, right now, I can tell you that you're intently listening to me through your tone. And
Yes.
you know, if I were to speak like this, you will know that my body language is not, sitting up straight. I am slouching. So the voice changes.
Okay.
And that's a good indication in itself. And a lot of how authenticity is communicated in the tone.
Yeah.
So that is my big
Assert.
yes, absolutely. So that's what I look at. So I did that, and then from there, I went on to work with Freedom Scientific as a JAWS tester. I did user testing for JAWS for about 13 months. And then after that, I got back to my training track.
Work at Amazon. So how was that? Because you are also training people in Amazon, right?
Yes, I keep training people. So one thing is at Amazon, I was fortunate to get into Amazon as a mainstream role. I did not get into, like it was not a hiring drive for disabled folks, or it was not a special job for people with disabilities.
So
I
basically
looked
you
it up
are hired on floor under the quota of mainstream.
Yes.
Salutes. Team Suman versus Human salutes you for this.
Thank you so
Very
much.
rare. Yeah. You know what? It's very rare.
And that actually makes one feel, and that's the feeling that I want every person to have, that you're selected or you're in an organization for your merit, not for the disability.
Yes.
That's what I want to ingrain everywhere.
Yes.
And that's what I aim to work towards as well. So it's in my hand, right? 7 habits of highly effective people. Habit 1 is be proactive. What that means is I own and I choose. And so I choose to see how I look at them, and I choose to shape how they look at me. That's how I work with anyone, whoever I work with.
What if you are not blind?
I'll have to go to rehab.
No. See, now my question is, imagine that you are not blind by birth. Okay, you're a part of mainstream. Then what you would have been? You would have been a doctor.
I think I would have been doing what I'm doing, because doctor was like a was a very temporary thing. I think I would have been here, and then of course I would have been in the film industry.
This is what I'm expecting. Okay, if I'm allowed to ask you one favor, can you please imitate Madhu Balaji?
Madhubala ji, I can't imitate, but I can if to help listeners get their kids to listen to me as well. I can say, डोरेमोन, मुझे अपना डिवाइस, अपना पॉकेट से कुछ डिवाइस दे दो ना, मेरा होमवर्क नहीं हुआ है. अरे मैं तुम्हें कुछ भी नहीं देने वाला हूँ. मैं अपनी पॉकेट कहीं भूल आया हूँ, और तुम तो काम भी नहीं करते हो. So that is a cartoon,
Yes,
Doraemon.
Yes, yes. Wow.
very popular. And then Nobita's girlfriend comes in, Shizuka. अरे नोबिता तुम मेरे साथ घूमने चलोगे मैं
Wow.
तुम्हारा होमवर्क भी करा दूंगी. So those are our
Same, same, same.
इन्होंने मेरे मेरे पॉकेट से कुछ निकाला है ये मेरा पॉकेट है.
Ah.
So that's that.
Any actress?
Actress? No, I'll be my own. I mean, I'm the original one.
Okay. Any.
One. This
Yeah,
one, okay?
yeah.
अब्बे खामोश हम अंग्रेजों के जमाने के चेले हैं
Wow.
Asrani.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. Awesome. So tell me about your love story now.
So, one job in between training and learning and development was Freedom Scientific, where I was a JAWS software tester for JAWS. That happened. That role was actually for me to meet my partner. That career digression was for that.
Destiny.
Destiny, absolutely. Because otherwise, I am not mostly a desk job person. I can't like sit in front of the computer. I don't know coding. I'm not an engineer. I'm more of a soft skills and right brain person. So
That is not your cup of tea.
yes, totally.
Yeah.
So I worked as a software tester, and I worked with that organization for a few months, and then Dinesh joined as a software developer. So Dinesh has worked on Safa. The Safa was a first Hindi Indian screen reading software, and Dinesh worked on that. And then he worked on NVDA also later. So Dinesh had joined to work on with Freedom Scientific, and that's where we got to know each other. We would interact with each other. We would have a lot of fun. My comedy was on then as well. So the mimicry of different characters. And then one fine day, I think he had made up his mind. So he proposed to me. And that was also very interesting. We used to have a lot of conversations with our monitors shut. Both of us are blind. So we did not need the monitors, and my eyes are very sensitive. A lot of light hurts my eyes. So those days, those bulky monitors were very bright.
CRT monitors.
Yeah, and I have light perception. So that's why I used to keep my monitor off, and we would chat on MSN and just chat, just generally, friendly chatter. And then he started asking me for, ideas for proposing to a girl. He said, I really like this girl.
He took the
yeah.
ideas from you.
Yes. And the thing is, he did not use any of my ideas. One fine day, he just said, that girl is you.
Simple.
So that's how we got together. It's been
No, that's not all. When he said that girl is you, then what was your reaction?
So then I went into silence for 24 hours, like I did not say anything. And then I mulled over it, and then he asked me again, and then I told him, yeah, you're not that bad. It should work.
So then what was the reason for this 24 hours of silence?
I just took time. Simple. I mean, you should take time, right?
Yeah. Then how tough was to convince your parents and family?
Not very difficult, in the sense that the only thing was I had an elder sister, and I have an elder sister, and she wasn't married then.
Okay.
So in our families, this is like first the elder one should be married.
Hierarchy.
Yes. But my sister and my parents, they were all very, open. In fact, my sister was very open to the idea, and she said that, it'll all fall in place, and we should, if they are wanting to, then we should go ahead. So we had all the green signals, touch wood, it all went well.
Many of my listeners are not blind. They're not disabled. They're all from mainstream. Okay. So people think, non-disabled people think that both partners, if they are disabled, it will be very tough to live or miserable life they have to go through. What do you have
My
to say?
my thought to that is that when you're looking for a life partner, you're looking for a partner. You're looking for a life partner, not the disabled partner or a non-disabled partner. We are not looking for a caretaker,
Wow. Yes.
so that one person has to be non-disabled or whatever. We are not looking for a help. We are not
Yes.
looking for a cook. We are not looking for an organizer. We're looking for a life partner who we can share a life with. Now, if you have that connect, then disability, no disability doesn't matter at all. I wouldn't say, I'm not on either side. I'm not saying that, your partner, if you're disabled, the partner has to be disabled, or if you're disabled, the partner has to be non disabled. I'm saying your partner has to be your partner. That
Correct.
inner connect, that those chords have to strike, and that understanding has to be there.
Yes.
That's how I feel about it.
And what I believe is, Madhu, relationships is all about souls. And what I feel is souls are never disabled.
Totally.
Madhuji, I would like to discuss few economic and social elements with you. In India, specifically,
Hmm.
the system, the political system, the government
Right.
is not disabled friendly. That is what I
Hmm.
feel.
Hmm.
And not even the communities, not even the leaders, not even the politicians are focusing over it, and the things are
Hmm.
going worse day by day. You know what?
Hmm.
Do you believe that if I tell you that in some parts of India, the pension is as low as £1, and the pension is maximum pension given to persons with disability is 4,000 in some areas.
Wow.
Now, do whatever, but surviving in 4,000 rupees in a month
Is
is
not
impossible,
possible.
right? No
Hmm.
one can survive with 4,000 rupees per month.
Totally.
If
Yeah.
you compare our country with any other small countries also, the pension is much, much higher there. They give
Hmm.
decent amount of pension. Why the community, the disabled community is badly ignored in this country? That's my question. What do you feel?
Hmm.
What is your opinion on that?
I think it is evolving. Like, I think we've discussed this before as well. One, this is definitely disheartening and a sad state of affair that you just shared. It is painful to see the condition like this. And I would also say that it is the largest underrepresented group. People with disabilities are the largest underrepresented group.
Yes.
And also, I would say it is everyone. When we talk about disability, it is everyone. And that mindset has to shift. Right now, the mindset that people are working with is this happens to some of them, and we need to take care of them. So whatever we are able to do, we'll do for them. When this we for them goes out, is removed, then I think, or is bridged, then I think we will be able to see the change. Where when people are able to, the government, the politicians, everyone are able to see, and the economists, are able to see that this is me. This can happen to me at any given point in time as well. Is when possibly the shift can happen and will happen. I think we need to be able to influence it in this direction, that it's not this third person, this, or this Rahul or Tinku or Pinku in a small village or town. It is any one of us.
Yes.
That, I think, has to come along. Not calling us Divyang will solve the problem.
True. Madhuji, this question I have for all the guests coming on Suman
Mhm.
versus Human, and you will certainly have no option to say no, you have to answer this.
Okay.
If I give you all the superpowers in your hand to
Mhm.
change something in this world, what that would
Mhm.
be?
I'll put the magic wand and say, abracadabra, gilly gilly kapachoo, and the whole world is accessible and inclusive.
Fantastic. Awesome. I'm really so happy to host you on my show, Suman versus Human, Madhu Bala ji. Thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Trust me, it was lovely talking to you.
Thank you so much. It was lovely interacting with you as well. And I I think this would be, and I'm sure all your episodes and our or your podcasts are a super hit. Best wishes for that. And if you're able to take away even slightest of thing or learning from our discussion, I think this is worth my contribution and time spent. It's totally an honor to interact with you. Thank you so much.